Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Thursday, May the 10th, and this is the market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, and everything else. Alright, well, the bounce attempted to come today, and it wasn't a rousing success. It was kind of a big disappointment. Certainly at its highs, it looked wonderful. Really good start, but by the end of the day, everyone had lost the faith. With considering these news stories that keep coming out, who can blame them? And the Dow almost up 20 points. Inverse hammer. We have no uptick. Almost, actually, we would have had one at the highs of the day, and beyond that, what else do we have? Well, one good thing for the bulls, we closed above the lower price consensus level today. That's good. We have a potential reversal candle once again, fourth in a row. Maybe that'll be enough finally. Beyond that, 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, not good. Stochastics and their hook is developing more, but not complete. Uptick on the CCI, downtick on the RSI. This is what I was really looking forward to, or looking for, I should say. I was looking for an uptick on the MACD histogram, and had it at one point and lost it by the end of the day. So disappointment. MACD itself ticking on down, losing a slight bit of momentum, nothing major. Sure looks like it's losing momentum, so nice, but doesn't look like it has finished yet. And with the news after hours about JP Morgan doing something squirrely with $2 billion, losing it, yeah, we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. But my confidence in bounce, yeah, it's going to come. I don't know why it hasn't happened already, well, except for the Greeks and the Spanish and everything else. But anyways, so there it is. What can you say, right? And probably we'll wait till Monday to make sure that everything is finished with its down move, but who knows, maybe tomorrow will just be something incredible, but I doubt it. 60-minute time frame. Looked at this last night. We noted that it was not as pretty as the previous nights, and what do we have tonight? Well, it doesn't look as nice as the previous night, so how about that? 14-day RSI moving average climbing on up, helped us with our move today. Just wasn't enough. Stochastics rolling over, not a good sign. CCI rolling over, not a good sign. RSI rolling over, not a good sign. Histogram slanting down, not a good sign. And MACD starting to curl. So 60-minute time frame. Yeah, these could all turn around tomorrow if we have some massively positive boost, but in the very short term, they look like they need a little bit of a reset. So not overly enthusiastic about that tomorrow. SPX, more of the same. No tail at the bottom. It did go better than the Dow today. Up 0.25% instead of 0.16 on the Dow. But 14-day RSI moving average ticking down. Don't like that. Stochastics still trying to curl, not complete. CCI up, RSI sideways. We lost the uptick in the MACD histogram by the end of the day, and the MACD ticking down. Its 60-minute time frame is very similar to the Dow, so I won't do that again. But at least it's slowing. It'd be nice to get a really good bounce, and I'm just going to wait for that to be obvious. CompQ, the NASDAQ. Yeah, actually going negative, unlike the Dow and SPX today, ending with a fat body hammer. No uptick. Would have got it at the high, but lost it. 14-day RSI moving average ticking down slightly. Stochastic still working on their curl. Up on the CCI, up on the RSI, different. Very, very, very slightly down on the MACD histogram and the MACD ticking down. So weaker a little bit, but at the same time a little bit stronger. So that is interesting. 60-minute time frame. Yeah, this is different too. It's not losing so much at the end of the day. We are getting the same curl with the CCI and the stochastics, not to the same extent as the Dow. 14-day RSI moving average is still ticking up. And look at that, the RSI is going sideways, not pointing down like the Dow and SPX. And the rate of down angle on the MACD histogram is nothing like the Dow and SPX. So that's nice. MACD itself marching on up. If this were to get a surge tomorrow, which it's more likely at 60-minute time frame, maybe that can carry the market with it. So overall, even though it was red, I would say that this is more positive than the Dow and SPX. The VIX went back to the 18s today. We got a downtick. Downtick gives us a target of, let's say that is 1835. 50 cents to the downside would be enough for a little bit of a move up in the markets to fulfill that. And that would break the major price consensus level. So we'll be watching to see if that happens. Yeah, totally natural. It's had a good move. Beyond that, 14-day RSI moving average leveling out. Very interesting and potentially not good for the bulls. Stochastic still headed down, CCI down, RSI down, histogram down, key, and MACD going sideways. So yeah, this one going down a little bit, giving the market a little bit of rise, would be entirely called for. It is rather minor though, and the 14-day, if it were able to hold sideways and even turn around and tick back up, may mean that this move down is not over, just on pause. So something to think about. TNA. Yeah, ending with a spinning top today, not getting an uptick. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways. Stochastics finally getting their turn. CCI up, RSI down. Histogram, very slightly, well, sideways. And MACD down. Going to the 60-minute time frame for TNA. That doesn't look so bad either. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Stochastics just starting their curl. Down on the CCI, down on the RSI, sloping down on the MACD histogram, and MACD losing some momentum but still pointing up. But its positioning is better than the Dow and SPX. So, not so bad. Not so bad. XOI, oil. We were saying last night, right at the lower Bollinger Band, that should do something for it. And it did. Very minor move up. Did not get an uptick. A little bit too small for a spinning top. I guess you could call that a little micro inverse hammer. 14-day RSI moving average ticking up. Stochastics working on their curl. Up on the CCI, up on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Mixed, but yeah, there's some positives here. It'd be very interesting if we could get an uptick tomorrow. That would really help. But until we have just a little more data, Would really like to see an uptick on the MACD histogram. Hard to read. Apple. Yeah, nice gap up. Euroland was green today for a change. Fat body spinning top today. Slight uptick. Uptick gives us a target of 580, just 10 bucks to the upside. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics starting their curl. CCI up, RSI up, histogram up, MACD down. Yeah, definitely more positive than negative, and it will drag the markets with it if it decides to move. So the hope for a bounce is not over, but yeah, if 580 is all that it's going to do on a bounce, and that corresponds with movements on the VIX, potentially the Dow, really not sure what the movement will be like after the bubble corrective moves are done, and they seem to be somewhat modest at the moment, but I do believe that a bottom will be coming of some type early this coming week, and so after a bounce we'll have to see what it wants to do, but man, this news has to have everybody just totally demoralized. Moving on, XLF financials. It was at the lower Bollinger Band. It did bounce and fell essentially the whole day. Fat body spinning top, no uptick. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways, not a good sign. Stochastics still working on their curl. CCI up, RSI up, histogram down, MACD down. When this one gets an uptick on the MACD histogram, I think that that'll be a good sign that the bounce is going to be here. Notice that if we even had an uptick today, though, the uptick target would just be about 1522. Not exactly the greatest move. And GE, looking for a better read on the Dow. And it was outside the lower Bollinger Band. We noted that last night. It did bounce up to get back inside of it. Spinning top, closed below the major price consensus level. We have no uptick yet. Up on the 14-day RSI moving average. Stochastics trying to curl, still mixed. Up on the CCI, down on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Overall, still not an attractive chart. Ugh. GLD, said last night, outside the lower Bollinger Band, needed to go sideways or up. It did both. We have no uptick. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, down on the stochastics, up on the CCI, up on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Without an uptick, this still cannot be trusted. So, I'm going to wait another day, see what it says, and hoping for a near-term bottom come the beginning of next week. Really hope that pans out. SLV, same thing. Outside the lower Bollinger Band, needed to go up or sideways to get back inside. It did both. Fat body spinning top, no uptick. There is excessive separation in the short-term moving averages. Down on the 14-day RSI moving average, down on the stochastics, up on the CCI, sideways on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Ugly little chart. VXX, yeah, what is this one? Well, downtick today, resolved intraday, spinning top, 14-day RSI moving average leveling out, stochastics mix, down on the CCI, sideways on the RSI, up on the histogram, and sideways on the MACD, histogram up on the MACD, sorry. So, downtick met, we have to see what it wants to do next. Overall, pretty pathetic performance by VXX. Oh, JP Morgan. Yeah. They came out with news right at the close about $2 billion being lost, and it was gapping down to 38. I don't know if it's going to be able to hold that overnight or whatever, but if it opens at 38 tomorrow, it'll be way outside the lower Bollinger Band. 14-day RSI moving average still ticking down. Stochastics are going to turn down and stay there. CCI ticking up, RSI ticking up, histogram ticking slightly down, MACD ticking down. Yeah, these are going to take a hit tomorrow, and the market is not going to like it. So another reason why a little bit of trepidation towards the performance tomorrow, but you never know. Starbucks. And this one is interesting. We have an inverse hammer today. Again, we got an uptick. Uptick gives us a target right about 56.60. That would be a nice little move to the upside from here. Uptick on the MACD histogram. There is a good clue. Down on the MACD itself. Up on the CCI, up on the RSI, up on the stochastics. The 14-day RSI moving average is not turned yet. But overall, this one is not bad. And what else do I have? Well, yeah, I guess that's going to be about it for tonight. Just need more data. There are some clues that, yeah, we're getting really close to what should be a bounce. In my opinion, the bounce could have started already, but nope, it just hasn't. So nice try today, failure, and we'll see if the bulls have it in them to try again tomorrow. But that's about it. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.